Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us to this session. We are very honored to have you and pleased to showcase the product that we are developing. And let me straight away start with a little bit of a demo. Please feel free to ask questions in the chat box. I'll take them as and when they are relevant. So whatever coming to your mind, you can just start with that. So this is our website, goindiastocks.com. First a disclosure that we are also an investor relations company. So the featured companies you see here are actually all our client companies. So if you're talking about them, you can be sure that we are a little bit biased towards them. So we'll talk nice things only. So discount that in your analysis. Um, so there are multiple features for this product, but I'll go by use cases and try to showcase to you, how you can do, quick and smart work. So let's start with, some company. I'll start with my favorite company, Tata Steel. Have been tracking it for 25 years, maybe more. I don't know. It's been a long time. And so some of the features you are probably aware because you guys would have been using some other, apps also, which have similar kind of this thing. But I'll showcase, how I go about looking at any new company when it comes to me, any new idea. What are the quick things I look at? So obviously, the first one is to see, what kind of valuation the company is trading at, and I can see that it's trading at much higher valuation than where it used to trade in the last few years. Then I look at the promoter holding and institutional holding. It gives me a good idea that whether this is a very well-known stock or not. And then obviously, the PAT CAGR and the ROEs, etc., which also gives an idea. The USP of our website is that here you can, see consensus estimates, etc. Now, these are the brokers who are largely covering Tata Steel. So there are 28 analysts who are covering it, and 43% of them are saying buy, and the average target price is 168. So this is one unique feature which normally you would see only on Bloomberg. We try to combine a little bit of technical, analysis also. So here you can see what is the trend. So monthly is basically a longer term trend. So the longer term trend is uptrend. Medium term trend is neutral, and currently it's into downtrend. So it's kind of visible in the chart. And the chart has a few more, features. So the green line and red line that you see are 52-week high and low. And the red dots and blue dots that you see are basically insider trading. So if insider is buying, it is blue, and if it is they're selling, it is red. If you like the stock, you can press add to watch list or set alerts. But I'll come to that slightly later. Continuing, while other websites give you all this numbers, revenue, EBITDA, PAT for the historical numbers, but here you can see 3-year forward numbers, which are also Bloomberg estimates. We have taken only the broad numbers: revenue, EBITDA, PAT, EPS, net debt, and book value per share. You can't really see, detailed forecasts. That's out of our budget at the moment. But you can see the broad numbers and it gives you an idea, what the analysts are talking about. The other difference, between us and our other competitors is the depth of information on each of this. So while the broad numbers are here, but when you expand them, you can see a lot more, And just to give you an example, like the balance sheet, most of the apps would have one number like cash flow from operating, but here you can see whatever is the details available. You can also see all of them. So when you expand them, you get to see a lot more here. So you don't really have to search for data, at in the balance sheet or annual report. Other feature that we added is that we have, given in days numbers also now, because most of the companies are now reporting in days. So and this is available for last 4 years. So if your model is attuned to Indies, you can check it out here. Peer comparison, again, the differentiating feature is that you can choose the year at which you want to compare. So suppose you want to compare for 2025 forward estimates, you just click here and everything is configured based on that. While we have taken exhaustive list of peers, but you can, if you want to remove, you think that's okay, Motherson Sumi is not a real competitor, you just click on it, and I think I clicked on the wrong this thing, but once you delete it, it's gone forever from your peer list. And suppose if you delete something which is, you didn't want to delete, you can always go and restore peer, or you can go and press this button and add the peer back. So that optionality is there with you. Fundamental analysis, we have done a lot of analysis, which normally you would look to do, like working capital analysis here, or dew point analysis, which comes here, and you can compare it with the peers, at one click. So you can see, what how Tata Steel is doing as compared to, say, JSW. The various ratios that we compare normally this is just at a glance: revenue growth, etc., growth margins, valuations, and liquidity returns. Everything comes here. One of the important charts that I refer to is this cash flow chart. So this is a 10-year cash flow for Tata Steel, and as you can see that they've been paying a lot more of taxes, etc., but still they have huge amount of free cash flow for doing capex, and despite doing capex they've been able to generate free cash flow. So that is one of the reasons why the stock is doing very well. You can change the period here, so from 10 year you can go to 3 year or whatever to look at it. These are the countries we estimate EPS trends. You can also look at revenue, EBITDA, PAT, book value. So here, um, everybody, can you please be on mute? So here you can see that Tata Steel saw a big upgrade cycle in FY22 and in the early part of FY23, but since then it has been into a down cycle, and there's still hope that there will be some growth coming in, but the trend has been towards downgrades for this stock. And when we go to a broker view, here you should be able to see how many people are saying buy. So a year back 82% of analysts were saying buy, and now it's reduced to 43%. So that tells you that people are not very sure where the stock is heading. But if you look at the stock price, they haven't really downgraded the stock price target. So which tells you that they are a little bit confused. They don't know where the stock is going. Technical analysis, just to give you a flavor. And then you can do your delivery volume transaction analysis over here. You can choose periods, 3 months, 6 months, whatever, to figure out what is the combined delivery and what they're doing. Or you can choose custom dates, very important. This is one of the things that we look at. So these are like bulk block deals which are happening in the company. So it gives me an idea as to what the company has been doing. I can look at the top shareholders here, and all my documents come here. But there's a better way to look at these documents. So all the announcements are coming here. You can look here. You can sort it by category, annual reports, etc. there. But my favorite way to look at these is so when I go to courses, everything is available like a workplace to me. So there are transcripts, so I can just open the transcript here. And if the transcript looks too long to you, you just click on summary. I'll show you a way in which you can ask questions also. So now, having opened the transcript, I also want to look at, say, PPT. So I can just toggle between PPT and transcript, etc. Annual reports also I can open here. Then if there are any broker reports coming in, I can open that also. So here I can see that there's some broker report on it. All the news is here, so I don't have to really go anywhere looking at the news. And then there's an interesting feature that we have, which is called transcript analyzer. I hope you're able to see this, because this gives us a long history of transcripts being analyzed for the last 10 years of quarterly data. And here, what you see, the red ones are actually negative comments made by the management, or green ones are positive. So suppose I have to go and see, what was negative, which was uh, spoken about. So I can just go and read that comment here, and if I can click on it, I can just go and read the context also. So where it was spoken about, and what was really spoken about. So this is an interesting tool. It tells me, that the company was going through a lot of rough patch during COVID. It came out very strongly, a lot of greens in 2022 and 23, and now the red patches are starting to come back. So it gives you a little bit of what the emotions are in terms of positivity or negativity about the company. Mm, sorry guys, Raghav. So everybody, please be on mute. If you have any questions, you can just ask on the chat box. So let me go back. Now, suppose you are reading this transcript and you find that, okay, this is something interesting that you really need to, take a note of. So you just go to the right, click on notes, and you can start making your notes here. So like, let me start making notes on Tata Steel. And so there are no notes of Tata Steel here. So what I'll do is I'll just go and create a new note. So Tata Steel note is here. And I just copy whatever I want, and I can paste over here. So, my note starts here. And suppose I'm looking at presentation, and I find that, okay, this chart is very interesting. I need to keep a note of. So I just go and say snip this chart, and I just paste it here. So my notes are being made here. Once I made the note, I just post it so that it is available to me whenever I want. So my notes, if I open it again, then I'm here and I can start from where I left. So this is a unique feature that we have. And suppose I think that, okay, now this really warrants me to look at make the model of the company. Um, I'll take you there, how to make a model, etc. But let me show you. So this is how you can do all your reading at one place. Everything is available. Uh, you have all your valuation charts made up here. So it's not just trailing. You can also look at forward charts. There's a quick model. This is still a beta version. We are still making it. And so in this, what happens is really uh, so you have your historical numbers, but here you also see, the forward estimates. And these numbers that you see are actually from the consensus estimate for FY 26-27. And you can go and change these numbers. And once you change these numbers, you can store, your own. So suppose you think that, okay, the revenue growth will not be 15, it will be 14. You just do it and all the calculations change based on that. You can do a WACC, you can do your DCF, you can do multiple things. So this is a quick model which is there. But suppose you have to do a detailed model, you go to Excel models here, and you just say create model. And since I already have a Tata Steel model, maybe let me open some other models. So let's say granules. And if I have made a format which I want to choose, the template, I can choose that. So suppose I've linked this data files to create something, I can choose that format. Otherwise, I just say create and take like 90 seconds. But in the meantime, let me take you to Tata Steel model. Are you guys able to see the Excel sheet? Uh,
Yes, we are able to.
okay, thank you. So here what you get is, uh, all of this information, which is, you get a snapshot.
Rakesh, we are not able to see the Excel file now. Can you please? I guess it's gone to a different screen.
Okay, let me do that. Okay, so this is the Excel file. So this is the cover page that you will be able to see, and then you will be able to see the index. All the files data which is there in this. So here it has a snapshot, which is basically the key numbers, both console and standalone. Then it has got a detailed, annual numbers. So basically, cash flows, console, standalone, then console P&L, standalone P&L, etc. And similarly, balance sheet data will come here. You also get the quarterly numbers here. And then this is a new thing that we added. You can also get the numbers in India's format, both annual and quarterly. So these sheets get automatically updated whenever the new numbers are available. So whenever there's number available for say September quarter, it will come here. Or for FY25, if it so you don't really have to do anything because these are Google Sheets. They are linked to our system and they get automatically updated. You can either delete or do any changes in the sheet. But what you can do is you can make your own sheets connected to them, and once you make them, you can use them for multiple companies, the same format, uh, by choosing the format while you are downloading the model. So this gives you an easy access. Yeah. So now let me go back to where we were. So here you saw that how to look at a company, what are the features you can look at, how to make notes, how to make an Excel model, how to make a quick model. And if you don't want to do anything, consensus estimates are there. You just look at valuations and do your own stuff. So this is how you look at the companies. Now let's go to how to screen for companies. So let's first start with the custom screen. So here what you can do is you can go and make a new screen. So suppose let's find multi-baggers here, and let's say finding high growth companies. Now you can make this public or private. So basically, if you want to keep it to yourself, you keep it to private, or you can create public so everybody can see it. So let's keep it private for the moment. And there you go and apply filters. So here everything is already there. So either you can type the name if you want, or you can go through various segments, or everything is available. So in this case, so let's start with the revenue growth.
क्या बोले आप सुनेंगे नहीं नहीं हम देखेंगे
Uh, Katya, can you please be on mute? So let's see, if we take revenue growth above 15% and add that.
Is it clear?
The second thing probably I think I would like to add here is ROE. So let's take 5-year average ROE, and let's say it is about 20.
You can use this नहीं लगा
And uh, I want the debt equity to be low. So let's take debt equity to be below, say, 1. And suppose I want, okay, let's run the screen and let's see what happens. So let's run the screener. So I got 33 companies which are showing up, based on ROE and all that. And so I think maybe it's too much. So maybe let's add another filter. I want, say, P. So P ratio, let's say below 20. We don't want to pay too much. So there are like 9 companies which are coming up, which fit this kind of. No, I think I made it wrong. Probably. Yeah. So, but there are some loss-making companies also coming. So between 10 to 20, let's say that. So below 20 and say above 10. So there are 4 companies which are fitting into this criteria for me to look at, which are high growth, high ROE, reasonable debt. So this is the kind of custom screeners you can run here. This is the technical screener. So my favorite is this one, where I look at which sectors are coming into flavor. So this is, like Nifty IT is into a serious uptrend. I mean, everything is 100% of the stocks are above 50, 20, 100, 200 DMA. And these are the stocks which are, above the 200-day DMA. I can go and change and see, which stocks are above. So this gives me a good idea as to. So currently, PSU banks are under a lot of stress, and so are like metal media, but um, Nifty IT and to some extent the consumer FMCG, they seem to be doing reasonably well. So this is how I look at some of this screens, but there's another way to look at it. Basically, if I go here and select, which are the companies which are into strong uptrend. Yeah, so there are only 2 companies which are into strong uptrend on a longer term basis among the Nifty 50, and others are in like medium term uptrend. You can also create your watch list and look at it. So let's see if my cement companies who are under uptrend and downtrend. So JK Cement is looking like strong uptrend, etc. So that way you have a lot more to do here. You can choose companies based on which you can filter companies based on which are below 200-day or above 200-day by using this filter. So there are a lot of options for you to go and explore. So this is about technical analysis. Now, this is where I spend a little bit more time because this is a unique feature that we have. So this is Nifty 50, and looking at companies which in the last 3 months have seen EPS upgrades. So no wonder BPCL etc. are doing extremely well. Even Tata Motors, Dr. Reddy, Cipla, they have been good performing stocks. And stocks which have seen downgrades are Tata Steel, SBI, etc. etc. So there are various options available for you to filter. Um, you want people estimates with more than one analyst. Maybe you go here. You want estimates to go for 26. You can go here and apply. Things will change accordingly. But the good part is that if you make your watch list, and you can make any number of watch list and any number of stocks in each watch list. So like this is a cement watch list, and I can see that some of the companies which are seeing upgrades are JKCC, Star Cement, whether Shree Cement, Ramco, etc. I've seen a lot of EPS downgrades come through. So this is a unique tool. Here you can see which sectors are doing what they are doing in terms of upgrades and downgrades. So that gives you an idea where to look at. Bulk and block, I mean, you want to track, which guys are buying and they are consistently delivering good returns. So let's see if I can. So suppose Ashish Chugh, well known for micro cap, and I see that his average return is 54%. So which other stocks he has bought and when they bought? So recently he has bought into Kalpana Industries. Stock is already at 40%. Bought it on 26th August. So maybe a guy to follow. So you can just click here. I'm already following him. You can follow or unfollow depending on what you like. So this is one way you can track. Insider trades. Sometimes it gives you a lot of clues. I'll just take the example of PG Electroplast. It has been in news for some time. So when I see here, there's been a lot of buying by Ruchi Pramod Gupta and all that. And when I look at the chart, These guys sell, stock fall, these guys buy, stock go up. Maybe you want to track that. So that's one of the options available for you. Results again, meaning here you can choose by quarter and all, but I think the best feature is to use for your company, for your watch list. So immediately you are able to see what's happening. Similarly, mutual funds, this is for Nifty 50, how the indices holding is changing. But here again, if I have to go and see, for my sector, which stock they've been buying and all that. Plus, you can go and see, what is the latest entry exits for mutual funds. So you can try that out. Now, one of the unique features that we have is, charts. You can plot a lot of things. So currently, it is all financial data, but we are likely to come up with all the operational details. So suppose, so this is Infosys profit before tax quarterly, and you want to see, how the EBITDA margins have gone for these two companies. Immediately you plot it and see. So a good feature to check out for what you're doing. Shareholding, this is there on a lot of websites, so I don't really need to spend too much time. But suppose you want to go and see what is Ashish Kacholia. So this is like 1% and above holding. So I can see, what he's holding and, what's happening. What has been his latest end. So he's bought Agrawal Industrial Corporation and Raghav recently in June he's been buying. So this is all about screens that we have, which gives you, good idea. Then moving over to industry, we are building this whole, gamut of information. So currently we have got two tabs. One is economy, where you can see, how the economy is moving based on producer, consumer, international trade, fiscal banks, etc. Top-down view. We started to build, metal companies. This thing. So here, what you get is, metal price trends for the last 6-7 months. It's a monthly average, and also you get stories from Steel Mint. By the way, you can read two of them free every day. So be selective. Because most of the things you can make out just by reading the summary. So, but two you can read free. That's the deal we have with them. And here we have operational data for companies. So suppose I want to say JSW, say sale, I can see what data they have been giving on operational hot metal production, crude, sellable steel, etc. And same I can go and plot like what you were seeing in the charts. This thing. So these are the two sectors we have covered now, but we will have a lot more coming up. Now, keeping a track of the market, this is again, we made it very easy. You can see which indices are giving how much, like 12 months. BSE's mid cap, small cap have been on fire, but you can also look at sectors. So it gives you a good idea that infra power utilities have been the mainstay for last 12 months. These are index returns. Again, you can do a lot of analysis. Like here, there's price performance. So when you click here, you can see 1 day, 1 month. This is the way I would like to see, and that's how it is here. Same technical analysis you can see here. You can also look at 52-week highs, lows. So some of the stocks which are underperforming, probably like Adani Enterprise, Tata Steel, Indus Bank, Axis Bank. Maybe these are the stocks to really watch out for if you're a value buyer. Or if you're a momentum buyer, then you look for stocks which are at the top. So you just click on it, or you can just go and hover your this thing cursor. You get to see what's happening. Global markets, we all want to see what's happening in US, etc. So here, these are futures of indices. So it's live all the time. So whenever you see, so currently Dow futures are up and Nasdaq futures are down. S&P futures are doing great. We have few more things under development. Like you can see stock performance for global indices. So let's see what's happening in Shanghai, what's working. Maybe let's click on 1 month. So coal, insurance, etc. doing better. And what is not doing better is some of these wine internet companies. Similarly, you can track like this is for IT companies. what is the performance of global companies as compared to Indian ones. Or you can make your own trackers, like starting to make this say steel tracker. So I can track JSW, Tata Steel, Arcelor, China, and see what they are doing. So they are all down in last 1 year as compared to Indian companies. So internationally also you can track. So you can make your trackers based on your sector or your preferences. Watch lists again, a great tool. You can make as many of them. I got like thousands, and yes. So meaning like you, I also keep getting tips. So as soon as somebody gives me a tip, I go and add the name, and I also add the name of the person who gave me the tip, so I remember who gave me what, and I get the performance since it was added into my list. And so this is a good tool, and I showed you how you can use watch list into various screens also. So portfolio section, it's still under work in progress. We are making it, but we are making it like M profit. So it will be very detailed, and you'll be able to do all your calculations over here. FIDI, meaning it needs no introduction. You have been doing it, seeing it at various websites. So all of that data is here. This is the IPO action. What are the current IPOs which are going up? What are the past IPOs which have happened? Uh, Tender issues, rights issue, OFS, everything is here. So you don't really need to go anywhere. All the corporate announcements are coming here, and you should be able to filter it by type, etc. So if you're searching for anything, you can do that, or if you want to do by company, you can do it. In any case, you can go and look at the company, and then you can set alerts. You can do filters by market cap, sector, etc. So there are a lot of things you can do on the market side. Coming to earnings, you get the full calendar here. Currently, there are no earnings, so there's no calendar. But events, you can see, there's like board meeting happening, or a shareholder meeting happening, or AGM happening. You can go and search by company, and you can do your analysis also. So when the results come, like this is for Q1, within 2 hours you will get the transcript, etc. And you should be able to see. So like in this case, let me go a little down. Yeah, like HGG. So the transcript is here. You can read the summary. You can see how the results came out. And so when you click on it, there's a lot more you can do. So the transcript is loading. Now you don't want to read the whole transcript, etc. You can just go and ask questions. So let me ask question on and say what is the growth outlook for HEG. So let's see what it says. But in the meantime, you can look at its PPT summary, etc. So company has completed expansion and expect increase in different demand by 2030. So whatever it has given, and you can also go and read the source. So where what they have said, if you're not able to understand, from the summary, they have given a lot more. The sources are also available. So it's a good tool to monitor all your results. And as always, you just need to use your watch list. So suppose let's do cement. So all my cement companies are here, so I don't really need to do. The other thing is that you can see the price impact on the result, and you can also see what is the EPS change which has happened for consensus. Coming to research, one, you get all the news here. You get all the interviews here. When you click on it, you can read the summary. You can listen to this. You can read the whole transcript, or you can go and ask questions. So it's very difficult to track, all these information is coming in. But for me, I just come here and see what are the interviews for the day and what has been said. So much easier for me to do. I just read this small summary, and if it piques my interest, I go and look forward. There are broker reports. So there are a lot of reports. We have got two brokers at the moment. Got Nirmal Bang, with whom we are doing it. We get access to all the results. So here also, you can read the whole report, or you can ask for a summary. I'll show you how. And there's also Prabhudas Leeladhar. So that also you can explore. I think let's see if it is Prabhudas Leela. Yeah. So you can go and read Prabhudas Leela, the reports. In some cases, there are some presentations also which the companies have made. Let me see, I was seeing this one. So the auto sector presentation. So a good tool for you to track all the research coming out. Announcements. Here you can see all the announcements. And once you make your alerts, your notifications come here. We are going to add for watch list, so you should be able to choose all the notifications coming based on your watch list. But here, whatever is coming is here. And blogs is what we write. So here there are two sections. One is the market stories. So these are the thematic notes that we write. So we are getting good readership, like 4,500 people read this and all that. If you're not reading it, maybe you're missing out. And if you do all, here we have a lot more, news-based notes, which could be like a order wins for Edge Infra or conference call highlights or key takeaways from our session. So these kind of things which come here. Now coming to some interesting things that we are doing. Uh, this is Stock Insta. So here what happens is that you get curated items directly as a feed, like you would see in Instagram. So like the Nirmal Bang report came out, so you can see what they have said. Or like the defense, my team has curated some news flow for defense sector. Company news, you can just, the main ones which we thought were important come here. Indian market moving things come here. Global market, so as soon as you get them in the morning, this is the first thing you will probably get. So it came like 10 hours before. And here you can see what are the international news flow. And all the interviews that you saw also, if there's new interview coming in, it will come here and you can see the summary here. So you don't even need to go and find out anything. Whatever is important, you will be able to see in Stock Insta. Now let's take you to, most important, one of the important things, which is Stock GPT. Here, you need to choose the company because we want it to be more accurate. And suppose I say, what are capex plans? So Stock GPT is supposed to, it's actually come out that Tata Steel has a significant capex plan, and for 24 they projected so and so, which is an increase from what they did in 23. In the recent call, management emphasized the initial whatever will be done, and for the quarter the capex was this much. Then you get all the relevant, PPT where this has been discussed, the relevant portion where people have asked question on capex, and also you see the yearly data on capex in the financial table. So at one go, it's able to give you a lot more. So this is Stock GPT. But suppose you want to do a search which is much more broader. So suppose you want to find out what's happening in the air conditioner market. So you just go here and click on investor PPT, this thing, and so it pulls out the relevant slides from companies which are mentioned about the air conditioner market. So here Subros has talked about home AC market, how it is going to grow. Here Virtuoso has spoken about the similar air conditioner dynamics. Here IFB has spoken about the same thing. Sorry. So if there are no glitches, I think then this world is not right. Similarly, you can go and query any earnings transcript as I was showing it there. So you can just pull up any company's transcript and you can ask questions. So this is the one. Now let's go to, Gin Club. So this club is all about making friends and, knowing each other. So I got a request from my own team member, so I have to accept that. So these are kind of, discussions we are having here. So it's a little bit like value picker, but we added a little more features here. So like this one is to discuss commodities and this thing. So this is the note that I wrote and about iron ore, why it is likely to not fall below $90-$95. And some people asking me some questions and So here we can do, share our own watch lists, etc. But let me show you where we have done this. Yes. So here, the watch list that we are tracking together is here. Anybody can come and add, the names that you want to track here. The notes that we are making for these companies are here, so that you can go and check, what are the notes being made. If you want, you can make your Excel models and share here. Or so you work as a team, and so there are public teams, or so like Darshan wants to join this team, so I have added him. And Lalit is with us. So Lalit, welcome to this microcap team. So you can make your own teams. You can make it public or you can make it private. If you want to work with your own guys, you can make it private. And if you want to work with, like what we are doing, public teams, you can go and yes. So you need to go to chat. So you can see Puniji is very famous here. A lot of people asking him a lot of questions on, technical this thing. So let me see if you guys have any questions. I haven't seen the chat box, but let me stop here for a second and see. Yeah. Okay, so the first question is, what is the major difference between Skinner and your website? So I try to explain it to you. So, Mr. Rao, the major difference is we are a little bit more detailed and we have a lot more things for you to do. But there are a few things which are not there on most of the website, like consensus estimates and like transcript coming in 2 hours to our website. Plus all these features of, making notes, making models, linked models, and, connection with people who are like-minded. So that's the major difference here. Um, so where do you take growth for future estimates? So this is a Bloomberg equivalent. So it is an international agency that we take all our consensus estimates from, and they collect it from all the brokers. So all the brokers who are covering it. Jagdish ji is saying, wanted to speak me Hindi, लेकिन अभी तो I have done the whole talking. Rajesh is saying the website is better than peers. Thank you, Praveen ji. Thank you, and Jagdish, home infra we can discuss, outside of this. So all the emails that we write, actually, if you are subscribed to our, if you created a login, you don't really need to be a Gen Club member. If you have created a login, you get the research that we are doing on emails, and whatever invites are there also you get on the email. So that should be. Jagdish ji wants a teaching on fundamental research. We can definitely do that someday. The company's current order book data is not there at the moment, but we are in process of putting up operational data for most of the sectors. So you should be able to see. So Praveen is asking what is subscription pro. So largely everything is free, but there are a few things which we will put some limits. So it's only 1,999. Coverage on microcap is just starting, Jinesh, so it is patchy at the moment. New IPO fundamentals, it's not there at the moment, but maybe we'll take the suggestion and try to see if we can do anything about that. And Karthike wants short notes on features just started. Maybe I will put that. Is the compatible with mobile app and mobile? So yeah, so this is mobile friendly, but you also got mobile apps on both iOS and Android. It is still under work in progress, so some of the features may not be there, which you see on the website, but they are coming slowly and surely. And how do you find turnaround stocks? So basically, you just have to ask right questions in the Excel in the screener. You will be able to do that. Would be great to see some section to be added on mutual fund. So we have started with something on mutual fund, but we have data and we'll be giving detailed information on all mutual fund schemes. So will be that recording of the session. Yes, it will be there, so you can see it whenever you want. Thank you, Pranav, for your kind words. Jagdish is asking prices of raw material. That feature is not here at the moment. We have generic prices for material, but we can do a lot more. Uh, Thank you, Ashok. Thank you, Tabish. So Saurabh is asking, can we expand sector calls, expert calls on sectors and companies? Definitely, that is the idea. We'll be bringing in a lot more sectors experts to talk about and manage, the sector information. Vijay is asking, without subscription, can you get emails for stock notes? Yes, you can do that. Somebody, Mr. Srini is in Canada and is having there's no limit on the network. You're in Canada, I'm not sure, but maybe you can write to us and we can try and see if you. Operational data, obviously, Pratmesh, we are working on it and we'll try and see that we do better than most of the guys out there. Praveen, I don't think advances is one of the features in the screener, but we can add it. You can always request. So there's a feedback, column where you can. So let me just show you once again. This is one of the features I missed. So here there's a feedback thing. You can just go and put your feedback. And as an admin, I'm looking at it. What are the feedback which is coming in? So each and every feedback is taken seriously till it is closed. So uh, please use this feature to put in your feedback or any suggestion that you have or any problem you're facing. My team would be, happy to really take that up. Thank you. So any other so quick model numbers, yeah, they are Bloomberg estimate numbers only, but you can change based on your projections. But see, there are only 500-600 companies who have consensus estimates. So rest would be empty or would be historical numbers. Can we have separate tab for future companies like H2, etc.? Yeah. So the idea is to create more and more groups to discuss various themes, and we'll be doing that. Guys, happy to take any more questions or anybody want to come live, just raise your hand. Sudhanshu is asking any dashboard for crypto. Sorry, no ideas for crypto. We are focused on equities at the moment only. So crypto is also difficult for us. So anybody looking to ask any question or anything that yeah, so the video will be made available right away. You will be able to refer to it whenever you want. So Pranav, rest assured, you can revisit. Anything else? Thank you, Mr. Rao. So looks like there are no further questions. Can we sync our portfolio in this portal? So portfolio function is still under progress. It will take some time, but I think watchlist you can use right away. But portfolio, I think it will take another 2 weeks or so, or 3 weeks. Ashish is
Sir,
there.
sir, sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Sir, is there any stock recommendations in your website, sir? Any personal stock recommendations?
No, Mr. Rao, at the moment, no stock recommendations, but we have applied for research analyst license. Once that comes in, maybe we'll be able to talk more freely about stocks. But it will be largely fundamental research that we are focusing on, meaning we are not really looking to do tips or anything like that.
Sir, actually, in stock market, I am losing a lot of money because of not understand fundamental, not understand technical. If I go any stock, when that stock will go high, I will lock on that higher price, and after that, that stock will around so many percentage, 20-30%, it will correct it. That's why how to go in stock market and please suggest me, sir.
So, Mr. Rao, what I will suggest is that we'll try and do a separate session for beginners, how to avoid these kind of stocks. So, you're given a good idea. We'll do one session just for beginners, and we'll try to tell them how to avoid certain stocks. Not to give them idea about new stocks, but at least avoid mistakes. That should itself be good enough.
Good evening, sir. I am JP Mundra from Kolkata.
Yeah, Mr. Mundra.
So actually, I will speak in Hindi. I think you know Hindi
Yeah,
very well.
आप बोलिए, हिंदी बोलिए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
तो मैं ये बोल रहा था कि एक फंडामेंटल जो अपने वर्ड यूज करते हैं, सो में देर आर सो मेनी वर्ड, तो बहुत से आदमी जानते नहीं है कि ठीक है एक ईपीएस जान गए, पी जान गए या पी जान गए, लेकिन बहुत से देर आर सो मेनी वर्ड. तो एक इस तरह की क्लास आप क्यों नहीं ऑर्गेनाइज कर देते जिससे जो बिगिनर्स है या जो न्यू एंट्रेंट्स है शेयर बाजार में और जो फंडा में इंटरेस्ट रखते हैं उनको नॉलेज इस चीज का हो कि भाई कैसे फंडामेंटल स्टडी की जा सकती है और ये वर्ड को ध्यान में रखा जा सकता है.
बिल्कुल मुंद्रा जी, आपने अच्छा बताया है. इस पे हम लोग कुछ करने की कोशिश करते हैं. हमारे भी आइडियल है वो खान सर जो है, आप देखे होंगे उनकी वीडियोस. तो इच्छा तो है कि वैसे वीडियो बनाए, लेकिन अभी वहां तक पहुंचेगी कि नहीं, लेकिन देखते हैं. लेकिन चाहते हैं कि जितने भी बिगनर्स हैं, जो लोग जुड़ रहे हैं इन्वेस्टिंग से, उनको एक हेल्प कर सकें और उनको एक सहायता दे सकें, जैसे कि अभी मिस्टर राव भी बोल रहे थे. तो इसका पूरा उद्देश्य यही है कि बेस्ट से बेस्ट रिसर्च जो है हम सबको पहुंचाएं. उसी उद्देश्य से हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं. तो पक्का ये भी हम लोग कोशिश करेंगे. कितने दिन में होगा ये कहना मुश्किल है, बट इसकी तरफ जरूर चले हुए जरूर है.
ओके सर, क्योंकि आपने बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत सो मैंने बहुत चीजें आपने कवर की है, मैंने देखा है अभी. मैं जनरली स्क्रीनर बराबर यूज करते हैं हम लोग सीधा ही कोई भी स्क्रिप्ट को फंडा देखने के लिए. तो आपका मैंने देखा है कि मतलब आप बोलेंगे कि आप मेरी बड़ाई कर रहे हैं, लेकिन वो बात नहीं है. आपका जबरदस्त है, जबरदस्त जबरदस्त.
धन्यवाद जगदीश जी, धन्यवाद.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू.
थैंक यू.
सर,
हाँ प्रवीण जी बोलिए.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मेरे ख्याल से आई विल कंटिन्यू विद दैट थॉट कि ये जो बनाया है उसमें पूरा का पूरा एक विजडम है. देयर सो मेनी थिंग्स व्हिच आई वाज इंटीग्रेटिंग इन माय ओन एक्सेल. मेरे ख्याल से वो पूरा काम मुझे छोड़ देना पड़ेगा एंड आई विल जस्ट सब्सक्राइब टू योर सर्विसेज. रिमार्केबल वर्क है. और एक कोर फीडबैक है, जैसे होता क्या है, एवरी कंपनी हैव ए वेरी गुड स्टफ्स, बट जो रेड फ्लैग्स होते हैं ना, जैसे आपने रिसर्च करी, कुछ कोई रेड फ्लैग दिखा, मैंने रिसर्च करी, कोई रेड फ्लैग दिखा. सो इज देयर अ वे वेयर वी कैन लिस्ट आउट ऑल द रेड फ्लैग्स ऑफ द पर्टिकुलर कंपनी? बिकॉज पॉजिटिव तो बहुत लोग बता रहे हैं
हाँ जी,
फॉर एंड इट्स अ कलेक्टिव रेड फ्लैग्स आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट.
बहुत अच्छा आइडिया प्रवीण जी, बहुत अच्छा आइडिया है. इसको हम लोग जो ढूंढ सकते हैं, हम कंपनी में ऊपर ही डालने की कोशिश करेंगे कि स्नैपशॉट के नीचे ही रेड फ्लैग का एक बना देंगे. जो हमें दिख रहा है कम से कम उतना तो दिखा दें, और फिर अगर कोई और लोग आके ऐड करना चाहें तो वो भी एक फैसिलिटी दे देंगे. तो ये बहुत ही आपका अच्छा आइडिया है. हम लोग जरूर इसको इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे.
Because I can, because my core competence is about to find flags, be it good or positive, bad. But definitely I can collaborate on that.
थैंक यू प्रवीण जी, आपकी मदद लगेगी तो हम लोग ये इसको जरूर टेकअप करेंगे. और कुछ ही दिनों में आप देखोगे कि हमने ये मॉड्यूल वहाँ पे ऐड किया है.
Thank you so much.
थैंक यू, थैंक यू. प्रणव, ये एल्यूमिनियम का डिस्कशन अपन बाद में ले लेते हैं कभी. इस पे भी डिस्कस करेंगे. आप मेरे को चैट में भी पूछ सकते हैं, जिन क्लब में अगर आप मेंबर हैं, और या फिर आप ट्विटर पे पूछ सकते हैं, हम जरूर आंसर देंगे आपका.
Hello, Rakesh ji. This is Jinesh. Is my voice is audible?
हाँ जिनेश जी, बिल्कुल बताइए.
So first of all, kudos to you and your team for making this wonderful app and platform to discover fundamental as well as technical analysis put together.
थैंक यू जिनेश जी, थैंक यू.
Inside what you are covering, transcript, con call, audio clip, the presentation in only single app. That is a wonderful job. I mean, screener is there, stockage is there, but I would see there are a lot of features which are you already upgraded into your app. One of the query what I have, like forward earnings you have put for some of the companies, but it would be good that if you try to cover some more companies into that, that will give a broad idea about the other companies also where the forward earning is still missing in your app and portal.
तो जिनेश जी ऐसा है कि जो फॉरवर्ड अर्निंग्स हैं वो उन्हीं के लिए अवेलेबल हैं जिनके लिए जो ब्रोकर्स होते हैं जो कवर करते हैं और अपना एस्टिमेट बनाते हैं। तो कुछ 600-700 कंपनियां हैं जिनका एस्टिमेट अवेलेबल है, तो उन्हीं का ही अवेलेबल है। जिनका कवरेज ब्रोकर नहीं करते उसमें वो फैसिलिटी है नहीं, बट उसी के लिए अपन ने क्विक मॉडल वगैरह बनाया है कि आप लोग अपना खुद का एस्टिमेट भी डाल के रखना चाहें तो रख सकते हैं। बट देखते हैं कि अभी हम लोग और कैसे इसको हेल्प कर सकते हैं कि ज़्यादा कंपनीज का कवरेज हो। बट फिलहाल 600-700 कंपनी का अवेलेबल है उसके अंदर।
The second point I have, like you are doing wonderful job in terms of organizing the management con call with the investor community about the mid and small cap companies. But I will go one step further. If you can organize a investor visit to the company factories or with one-on-one discussion with management, that will also give us very good insight. I mean, what is their culture about the company, what is their employee strength, how they are maintaining the quality of their products, etc. So the live visit and meeting one-on-one is always being very, very useful. So maybe some of the investor may have that kind of interest, some may not, but I will leave it to you. If you can do that, that will be a really good answer.
जिनेश जी आपका सजेशन हमने पहले ही नोट कर रखा है, आपने ग्रुप में भी पहले एक बार बोला था। तो जो भी हमारे जिन क्लब के मेंबर्स हैं उनको हम लोग पक्का प्रेफरेंस देंगे साइट विजिट के लिए और पक्का ऑर्गेनाइज कराएंगे, तो आप बेफिक्र रहिए।
थैंक यू एंड बेस्ट विशेस टू यू एंड थैंक यू।
कल्पित 10 to 11 इयर्स का डेटा अवेलेबल है, उसमें जब भी आप एक्सेल डाउनलोड करेंगे तो उसमें भी मिल जाएगा। तो 10 to 11 इयर्स का अवेलेबल मिल जाएगा। टीवी इंटरव्यूज जगदीश जी हैं उसके अंदर, कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल भी हैं, तो आप उसमें जाके रिकॉर्डिंग सुन सकते हैं जब भी आप चाहें, तब देख सकते हैं। तो ये चीज़ अवेलेबल है। और एनीबडी एल्स हु इज लेफ्ट? थैंक यू रोहित। आई थिंक आज के लिए इतना काफ़ी है। तो थैंक यू एवरीवन फॉर जॉइनिंग अस एंड गिविंग अस दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी टू शोकेस दिस प्रोडक्ट. We'll keep doing these kind of events to update you on whatever new we are developing. Thank you so much, and looking forward to interacting with you again. Thank you.